Have you ever scrolled through social media and seen an ad for a ridiculously cool gadget, a unique piece of clothing, or a handy kitchen tool you never knew you needed? You click, you buy, and a week later, it arrives at your door. Simple, right? But what if I told you the person who sold it to you never actually touched the product? Welcome to the wild and often misunderstood world of dropshipping. This isn't just some new internet trend. It's a business model that has completely reshaped e-commerce, creating thousands of entrepreneurs overnight. But how did it get so big? What's the secret sauce that made this model explode? Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the business model that powers a huge chunk of the online stores you see every day. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works, why it's so popular, and what it takes to actually succeed. So, let's start with the basics. What exactly is dropshipping? Imagine you want to open an online store, but you don't have a warehouse full of products. You don't have thousands of dollars to invest in inventory, and you definitely don't want to spend your days packing boxes and running to the post office. Dropshipping solves all of that. In simple terms, it's a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the products it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases the item from a third party, usually a wholesaler or manufacturer, who then ships the product directly to the customer. As a result, the seller doesn't have to handle the product directly. Think of yourself as the middleman, or more accurately, the marketer. Your job is to build a beautiful online storefront, find customers, and process orders. The supplier handles everything else, storing the inventory, packing the order, and shipping it out. You only pay for the product after a customer has already paid you. Your profit is the difference between what the customer paid and what you paid the supplier. Sounds pretty great, right? This low barrier to entry model is the first major reason for its explosive growth. Now let's rewind the clock a bit. Dropshipping isn't brand new. Mail order catalogs in the 60s and 70s used a similar concept. You'd order from a catalog and the company would have their supplier ship it to you. But the internet, specifically the rise of platforms like Alibaba and its consumer-facing counterpart, AliExpress, changed the game forever. Suddenly, anyone with an internet connection could access a virtually unlimited catalog of products from manufacturers in China at incredibly low prices. This was the supply-side revolution. Before this, finding reliable suppliers was a massive headache. You'd have to attend trade shows, make international calls, and deal with huge minimum order quantities. AliExpress made it as easy as online shopping. You could find a product, see its price, and contact the supplier all in a few clicks. This direct access to manufacturers cut out several layers of traditional middlemen, making the products cheap enough to be resold at a profit in Western markets. But having access to products is only one half of the equation. You still need a place to sell them. This is where the second key player enters the stage, Shopify. Launched in 2006, Shopify democratized e-commerce. Before Shopify, building an online store was a complex and expensive process. You needed to hire web developers and designers, deal with complicated payment gateways, and manage your own web hosting. It was a nightmare. Shopify turned this entire process into a simple, subscription-based service. For a monthly fee, you get a professional-looking, fully functional online store that you can set up in a single afternoon with no coding skills required. It was revolutionary. But the real magic happened when Shopify and AliExpress came together. Apps like Oberlo, which was later acquired by Shopify, created a seamless bridge between the two platforms. With a few clicks, you could import products from AliExpress directly into your Shopify store, complete with images, descriptions, and pricing. When an order came in, the app would automatically send all the details to the supplier. This automation was the final piece of the puzzle. It turned a potentially time-consuming process into a nearly hands-off operation. allowing one person to manage a store with hundreds of products and orders. The third, and perhaps most visible reason for the dropshipping boom is the power of social media marketing. You have the supply from AliExpress and the store from Shopify, but how do you get customers? Enter Facebook, Instagram, and later TikTok. These platforms didn't just have billions of users, they developed incredibly sophisticated advertising tools. You could target ads with pinpoint accuracy based on age, location, interests, and even online behavior. Saw someone share a video of their dog? You could target them with an ad for a new pet toy. This level of precision targeting was unprecedented. Aspiring dropshippers could now test product ideas with very small ad budgets. For just $5 or $10 a day, you could run an ad for a quirky phone case and see if people clicked. If they did, you'd scale up the ad. If they didn't, you'd kill the ad and test another product, losing very little money in the process. This test and iterate strategy, fueled by social media ads, allowed entrepreneurs to quickly find winning products, items that captured public interest and sold like crazy. Viral video ads on platforms like TikTok took this to another level, where a single video could generate tens of thousands of dollars in sales in a matter of days. So let's put it all together. You have a business model with almost zero upfront inventory cost. You have a global marketplace in AliExpress, giving you access to millions of cheap products. You have an easy-to-use platform in Shopify that lets you build a store in hours. And you have powerful advertising platforms like Facebook and TikTok to find your customers with surgical precision. This perfect storm of technology and accessibility created the dropshipping explosion. It lowered the barrier to entrepreneurship to almost nothing. Anyone, anywhere, could theoretically start a global e-commerce business from their laptop. Gurus and online courses popped up everywhere, selling the dream of a laptop lifestyle and passive income. Influencers showcase their Lamborghini rentals and mansion stays, all supposedly funded by their dropshipping empires. This created a massive cultural phenomenon, a gold rush for the digital age. However, it's crucial to look beyond the hype. Is dropshipping really the easy path to riches it's often made out to be? The reality is much more complex. While the barrier to entry is low, the barrier to success is incredibly high. Because anyone can do it, the competition is fierce. If you find a winning product, you can bet that within days, dozens of other stores will be selling the exact same thing, often using your own ad videos. This leads to a race to the bottom on price, squeezing profit margins until they're razor thin. Then there are the challenges of the model itself. Long shipping times from overseas suppliers are a major source of customer complaints. You might sell a product that promises 7-day delivery, but it ends up taking 30 days, leading to angry emails, chargebacks, and a damaged brand reputation. Product quality can also be a gamble. The item might look great in the supplier's photos, but what arrives at the customer's door could be cheap and flimsy. Since you never see the product yourself, you have very little quality control. You are entirely at the mercy of your supplier. If they mess up, it's your reputation on the line. Furthermore, the hands-off nature of dropshipping is a bit of a myth. Successful dropshippers are not just sitting on a beach. They are constantly engaged in product research, creating and testing new ad creatives, managing ad campaigns, providing customer service, and dealing with payment processor issues. It's a full-time job that requires a diverse skill set in marketing, data analysis, and customer relations. The profit margins are also not as glamorous as they seem. After you factor in the cost of the product, shipping fees, transaction fees, and especially the ever-rising cost of advertising, a 15 to 20% net margin is considered good. That means to make a $10,000 profit, you need to generate over $50,000 in revenue, which is no small feat. The business model that made dropshipping explode is a powerful combination of low risk, global access, and targeted marketing. It has genuinely opened the door to entrepreneurship for millions. But the same factors that make it accessible also make it incredibly competitive. Success isn't about just finding a cool product and running an ad. It's about building a real brand, providing excellent customer service, and being a smarter marketer than the thousands of other people selling the exact same thing. It's less of a get-rich-quick scheme and more of a high-speed, high-stakes crash course in modern e-commerce. The dropshipping model didn't just create stores, it created a new generation of hyper-agile digital marketers, and that perhaps is its most lasting legacy. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive interesting, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more breakdowns of the business models shaping our world. What are your thoughts on dropshipping? Have you ever bought from a dropshipping store or tried it yourself? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one.